Hey there, this is Cooper from Telepathic Bunny Comics. Welcome to the show. This is the Cryptids and Conspiracies. And let me bring on my panel. Hold on a second. Let me get everything queued up. Alrighty, first up, you know him. You may love him. I have no idea. You're welcome to. But here we go. This is Mr. Wookiee Fever.
Nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
It's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
Hola. What's up?
Seriously, are you eating? Are you frickin' eating? Really?
Well, I gotta eat sometime. Us Wookiees, you know.
On your own
high
frickin'
metabolism.
time? All right, live from
I'll eat sometime,
Scotland.
damn it.
We got 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 frickin' hour. All
It's
right.
my metabolism.
All right, welcome to the show, Mr. Cruel By
If
Rap.
it's no Scottish, just clap!
Was I supposed to bring food? I could go get some. Hello.
What? What happened?
Good evening, everybody.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Ah,
Hello, chat. Welcome, Papa Cotton
Hello,
and
chat.
Jim's Landscaping.
Good evening. Huh?
Okay. All right, let's get the last guy on. Reluctantly, I guess we
Some
got to
dude.
bring him on. So,
Yeah, some guy.
I
yeah,
guess so.
here we go.
Someone. Abby someone. Abby who? Abby normal.
Happy someone. Happy someone.
Oh,
What the hell?
what?
Yeah, you are, okay. You don't share. I see.
Mm-hmm.
How rude.
How
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, what do you expect? You expect Wookiees to have good table manners? Seriously.
No.
All right. Let me go ahead and click on over here and see what we got. Abby, who likes to talk more in the chat than he does on the panel. So here you go.
Right. He's in two
You know
places
what?
at
You don't
once.
ever see a Cajun Chupacabra cookbook. There you go. All right.
I know. We went for that good old Creole cooking.
One of my old YouTube channels was called Chupacabra. Chupacabra.
I like it. I like it. Yeah.
Took me a second. Jim's Landscape. Welcome, my friend. Welcome,
Jim.
welcome. Good to see you. If anybody wants to come on the panel and actually contribute, so I don't have to carry everything as usual, you just let us know and we'll send you a link.
Are you
Refer
carrying a
them to
chupacabra around?
quesadillas. Chupacabra quesadillas. Say that 10
Well,
times
I
fast.
can buy that. Yeah.
I can do that. Put
I
enough
actually
hot
got
sauce
a
on anything,
fajita
it'll
wrap
taste
this
good.
afternoon. So.
Put that bad boy in a smoker for about 12 hours.
Well, we got some pictures of chupacabras today. They don't look very edible, I have to say. Just saying.
Oh.
It's kind of anemic.
A little bit.
Oh.
A little emaciated.
A little emaciated, yep. Well, the ones that, some of they consider some of them probably are coyotes with mange. And if you ever see an animal in the wild that has mange,
Yeah.
they're usually skin and bones,
Right.
So
I've seen rescue dog videos with skin and bone and mange. That's not pretty.
yeah, it's pretty awful. It's pretty awful.
Ain't good.
All righty. So we're gonna play a clip, kind of get us into the topic. Right now, here we go. Let's check it out.
Some say it's an alien. Others say a military experiment. It's also been called a dinosaur, a humanoid, a robot, and even the devil itself. Earning its name from its favorite prey, the goat sucker, L. chupacabras, stalks the countryside and cities alike. Chupacabras are a popular folk legend, but not everyone knows there are two different versions of the monster. Reports of L. chupacabras occur everywhere from Puerto Rico, where it actually originated, to Maine. Whenever one is sighted or found dead, the international press latches on to the story with the same intensity as the bloodsucker itself. Some believe it is a freak of nature. Others are convinced it was a culmination of mass hysteria. But it's said to be a monster that doesn't normally hunt humans. So why are we so afraid of it? I'm Dr. Emily Zarka, and this is Monstrum.
Yeah. Well, that's a very interesting question. Why would we be afraid of them?
I don't know. Bloodsuckers, maybe?
Well, that kind of plays into the question that we're asking: are chupacabras like dangerous? So everything we know so far, it doesn't appear to most of us look dangerous to livestock. I've never heard an account of them attacking humans.
Right.
Of course, depending on, you might think livestock would probably definitely find them dangerous.
Dangerous enough, I would think. Yeah.
Right. Most of the cryptids are usually have like a deadly element to them. They're like scary. They're monstrous in some way. But this is one. This is one that seems rather kind of like lower scale for a cryptid. More along the lines of something that humanity can coexist with, and not have to worry too much, unless they have like livestock, and I think it would be an issue.
Are we thereby going under the assumption that they are in fact real?
Yeah, I'm going by that.
Are they confirmed as real, or are we just assuming?
Well, there's still a lot of debate. It's not like 100% nailed down, but I think we're starting out with that premise that say if then. We're pretty much like if then. If the chupacabras are indeed real, are they dangerous?
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much where I'm proceeding from.
Okay. Cool.
So while we're waiting for Wiki to finish his business,
I'm
that
here.
He get it done all the way.
I'm here.
You're back.
I've been here.
You're back. Okay. All right. Well, you said you would be right back. I was just like, okay.
Yes, I was. I had to go check on the parkour.
Does your wife know?
I love that comeback.
Yeah. She does. It's called Five Finger Lucy.
Oh. You went there.
No,
all right.
So you're
moving on.
Walk right by that one.
Chupacabra. You're talking about chupacabra, whether or not it's dangerous, right?
Well, dangerous to who and what?
Yeah, well, we're up. Yeah, exactly. This second clip will kind of cover that.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and play it right quick. Here we go.
The first reports of El Chupacabras are actually relatively recent as monsters go. It's not your typical classic monster. This one is modern. They first appeared in 1995 in the Puerto Rican town of Canovanas. There were reports of the deaths of dozens of farm animals whose blood had apparently been sucked dry by small perforations in the neck and abdomen. It caused immediate panic. No animal was safe. Ducks, rabbits, chickens, pigs, and yes, goats were all said to have been killed by a grotesque creature. In Puerto Rico, chupacabras are said to be 3 to 5 feet tall with wings like a bat, fangs, a hunched back. More than 2,000 animals had fallen victim to El Chupacabras.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first of all, that chick's annoying as shit. So yeah. Second of all, the reports I've seen, they were between 2 and 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico, not that tall, not 5 foot. They were below that. But the thing was, there were reports from earlier, like 1992, 91, of just cattle. They're finding cattle dead, or primarily small cattle, not fucking cows or horses and shit.
And I thought it was in Mexico, from what I've heard.
No, it started in Puerto Rico, and there was an interesting thing.
Well, the first sightings were in Puerto Rico, but then later on there was like sightings in Mexico and then Texas. Or northern Mexico.
Right, Tim.
Yeah. Tim. Hip.
Tim.
How you doing?
Tim, how's it going? My thing is this. They had reports that started in Puerto Rico. Now, Puerto Rico is an island. If these things were indigenous to the freaking island, how the hell did they get into the rest of South America and southern United States?
The usual.
Fly?
Well,
or were they dropped off there by...
Rickens wind up everywhere. Have you noticed Rickens are everywhere?
What's a Ricken?
You can't throw a dead cat without hitting a Ricken. So
a Ricken? What the hell is a Ricken? A Ricken?
That's what they call them in That's what they call them in New York.
A Ricken.
Puerto Rico is an island next to a big country, which is next to another big country.
Yes.
Wow. Is that how the world works?
Evidently, nothing can travel from one country to another.
No.
So how the hell did that happen?
On a fucking island surrounded by water.
Things move. Things move. Who knew?
Anyway. Again, the initial reports of this thing were, I think initially they were saying, it had wings. It looked like it had scales, like a lizard, a big head. Red eyes, all that shit. Kind of like I don't know, baby Deadpool.
I was gonna say a botchling from Witcher 3, but yeah, okay.
Also, these descriptions, in some way, shape, or form, is akin to the descriptions of the Jersey Devil. About the same height, wings, weird looking, scaly skin, etc., eyes, the whole 9 yards. Now, I think there was a report of somebody being either run over by or a sort of quasi-attack by a Chupacabra in either Puerto Rico or Mexico. I do remember something back in the mid-90s, hearing something about that. But again, this could be the same broad that basically described the alien creature and species.
Right.
Don't know.
Well. Now that chick was back in Puerto Rico, so. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, but no. Basically, there was something killing livestock. That is definitely fact.
Yes.
I mean, and it was big enough to make a panic in the country, and it was it's a lot of press having to do with it, and so and they were all But the something else I saw where they said that there weren't any necropsies done to the dead animals, and so there's really no way to determine if that's what actually happened to them. What's that?
Right.
There were some.
What's that, Wookie?
There were some necropsies done to some of the animals, goats and things like that were found later. That the blood. It appeared when you first found the animal that was dead, the carcass, it appeared that it was devoid of blood. But after further examination by the veterinarian doing the necropsy, they discovered that, well, no, not necessarily, because the blood pooled in the low part of the body, primarily the stomach or something like that, where that wasn't affected. So they weren't completely drained. Now, that doesn't mean the damn thing wasn't attacked and had some of its blood sucked out of its neck. Something did that. But yeah, so they did do necropsies on some of them.
Right.
Oh, okay. And once again, Abby's talking in the chat when he's not talking on the panel.
Well, it's kind of hard to get a word in edgeways on the panel.
You could say that out loud.
What?
And contribute to the show, but okay.
What?
It is.
It is.
It is.
What? All right. Anyway, okay. Well, she does cover some of that in this next clip. Well, let me play
Oh,
it.
that lady is so fucking insufferable.
At different times, Puerto Rico housed U.S. military personnel. This includes Fort Buchanan, located less than 40 minutes from Canovanas. Rumors swirled that El Chupacabras was an escaped military experiment. This is where things get more interesting and political. Mayor Jose Ramon Quimo Soto, who was up for re-election in 1996, decided to take matters into his own hands and protect the people and animals of his town with a safari. In October 1995, Soto organized 200 people, including armed cops, and set out to catch the monster. Dude literally dragged a goat around in a cage and carried a large crucifix. The press dubbed him Chemo Jones. Soto also loved to give interviews, and when the international English-speaking press heard of the Chupacabras in late 1995, his quotes appeared in the Washington Post, the New York Times, and this fun one. Soto wasn't the only politician to address El Chupacabras. The Puerto Rican government decided to step in. They were not only concerned for their people and their livelihoods, they also recognized the negative impact the monster could have on tourism. Biologists were brought in to find the scientific explanation for the attacks. Theories ranged widely. Some think it was caused by bats driven by drought to seek new food sources. Others say roving packs of wild dogs, or even escaped rhesus monkeys that had been imported for scientific testing. One zoologist believed the majority of the attacks were caused by a spike in the mongoose population. Don't let their cuteness fool you, those things are nuts.
Did she get her, her credentials from the William Shatner School of Broadcasting?
Dude, I'd rather listen to the Vietnamese guy on YouTube recite Shakespeare in Greek. I literally tried to watch one of her videos today, and I'm like, oh god, this is nuts.
Well,
anyway, what do you think, Bunny? You think they're harmful to humans?
Well, I just basically used her because she had a really good kind of like synopsis of everything. But yeah, she's annoying. Trust me, I cut out some really annoying crap. She got really way more political. Talking about how oppressed Puerto Rico is by America and stuff, shit like that. That was just like, ah.
Yeah, they're oppressed.
I edited a lot more Karen out than and basically what you're saying is just simply, about the factual stuff. But she went way off the reservation. To an extreme extent.
I can understand Puerto Rico, their government getting involved, the governor of Puerto Rico getting involved because it's going to harm tourists. People are freaking out, whatever. Locals are seeing it. So they're going to be concerned. They want to put a lid on it because they don't want to lose the tourism dollars, even though it's a quasi dictatorship down there anyway. But, the other countries, though, in South America, that's the thing. Like in Mexico, Central America, Panama, etc., several places in that area have reported sightings of the chupacabra, but they have different descriptions. And even the descriptions that were given out of Texas and Louisiana, where they'd seen chupacabra, supposedly, allegedly chupacabra.
Right.
So, but allegedly, yeah. Now I do remember way back when the chupacabra thing very first came out. There was, back in the day, we used to watch TV. There was no online shit. So we watched like documentaries on History Channel, PBS, stuff like that. Well, there was a couple of shows where they did In Search of, but no, there was like in the early 90s, there was a show, I think on like either the TLC or History Channel, something like that. And they did a docu on this, on like secret bases and lab experiments and shit like that out in like places like Puerto Rico and Montauk and things like that, where at the time they had a crew go out in the middle of the freaking jungle in some place, Puerto Rico or someplace, but they found goats that were running around. And the report was that the goats were being not killed, but mutilated. And I'm talking mutilated by having their tails ripped out.
Yeah.
And I remember that very distinctly.
We're going to have to talk about Montauk, aren't we?
Yeah, it's on our list. But they were talking about government, and it was a government site, base, or facility, something close to that. That was, owned by the federal government or whatever like that. And it was always spooky stories coming out on that. Yeah, it sounds racist. That sounds racist. But racist. But yeah, so there was some weird stuff going on. But I don't think they've ever talked about they've always talked about the deaths of the animals and the quote unquote being the sucked, the blood sucking with bite marks in the neck and stuff like that, with like vampire or whatever fangs. They don't talk about the other stuff where the actual animals live. When they survived whatever attack. So I don't know.
Right.
Well,
is it harmful? I don't know.
Let me get this last Karen clip in.
Yes,
right quick.
Yes. Karen.
Karen Cabra.
Karen Cabra.
In the early 2000s, a different kind of chupacabra emerged. Reports from Mexico and the southwestern United States described L. chupacabras as a hairless, gaunt animal walking on 4 legs, a vast departure from the original Puerto Rican monster. Unlike the Puerto Rican version, actual corpses have been found. Upon examination, these canine-looking creatures always turn out to be coyotes, dogs, or raccoons with genetic abnormalities or victims of mange. An animal infected with mange has severe itching and hair loss. Some even have self-inflicted wounds from scratching and chewing. In advanced cases, the skin of the animal will become thicker and darker in color, and their body may be emaciated. All of these symptoms can explain the chupacabra's appearance. Because this chupacabra is based on real-world animals, it carries less cultural significance than its Puerto Rican cousin.
Cultural significance. Yeah, most of the stuff I think that we're seeing now, like when the people are catching these things or they have video, whatever, or pictures, and they do look like a mangy coyote or mangy dog or something like that. But the video that you have on your opening crawl is very interesting. It's very interesting because you see the animal turn its paw facing its face. So it's under the paw is facing the face. It's licking or eating something out of its paw. And quite interesting. That's more, I've seen cats do that, but I've not seen dogs do that.
Did we not, when we did the video on the chupacabras, did we not reference that as almost looking like a marsupial? Didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I thought so.
No, I think Bill Gates is a bloodsucker, but I don't think he's a chupacabra.
Yeah,
I wouldn't install chupacabras
freaking
like that.
Nosferatu.
Okay. All right. Let me comments hung up. Hold on a second. Let me get that down. All right. So I do have that clip queued up. So let's take a look. At
Bill Gates sucking goat blood? Nice.
No, I don't have that clip. I don't have that.
Oh, come on. That would have been exciting.
Otherwise known as a WEF meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I think they sacrifice goats. I don't know about drinking the blood. But anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a show for another time. That's a show for another time. All right. Anyway, well, we don't care about getting canceled. We'll do that show anyway. So, all right. So check this out and let me know what you think about this, because I have watched this clip thousands of times and I still don't know. So Time Prophet was like really obsessed with this one. So here we go. All right. You're not helping. You're not helping me here. I swear. Yeah, I know L means the. Yeah.
Bunny, not run the clip.
Well, she's one of those Karens that thinks that she understands other cultures and she has to
Oh, God.
if you heard the rest of the shit she was spewing in that thing that I edited out, it would make your head blow up. I mean, it was like the most
She's definitely going to be a cat lady
CRT bullshit that you've ever heard in your life. Basically, she took a story about chupacabras and wanted to talk about the oppression of Puerto Rico by American government. And I'm like, what's one got to do with the other? You dumb, you dumb Portland burrito. You still want to be? What the hell?
Yes, this is good stuff for the home run. The home run right out of the gate. Love Mrs. Good Stuff. Thank you for coming.
And here's the good stuff.
Yeah, here's the good stuff.
Okay. All right.
And here we go.
Here we go.
I swear, every time we start getting into a groove, it's like squirrel.
Sis Boomba.
We're not talking about long lizards, okay?
To a sheep when it explodes.
That's a creature entirely different. Entirely different creature. Trust me on that. All right. Okay. All right. Let me play this clip before we get too far off. All right.
Yeah.
I know. This is good stuff. Thank you for coming. But okay, let's play this clip because I can't debunk this.
I love this one. This is the best.
You just brought that up. Can we just move on for a second?
You see what happens when you put Wookie in charge of the comments? See what happens?
I can't run the whole by myself, okay?
I'm savoring it.
You can't put us in charge. We'll fuck it up too. Anyway.
All right. Let me go ahead and play this clip. You decide what you want to do with it. Here we go.
Deep in the backwoods of South Texas, you never know what might be lurking around the corner or in your tree.
And he saw this strange animal sitting up here eating corn.
In Ratcliffe, a small town in DeWitt County, residents are certain they found the mythical, despicable Chupacabra. And this time, it's alive. Jackie Stock says her husband caught the creature Sunday night.
He called me to come and look, and I said, Bubba, that looks like a baby Chupacabra.
With its hairless back, large claws, countless teeth, and ferocious growl, many would say this animal fits the bill.
I hunted coons, 20 years with dogs and all that, and I ain't never seen nothing look like that right there.
Parma says one of the big signs it's not a raccoon is its growl.
Coon don't make that noise, or a possum. What makes that noise? I guess Chupacabra does. I don't know.
Here in DeWitt County, most people are convinced this is the elusive Chupacabra. But what do wildlife experts have to say?
The animal in the cage, as best I can tell from the view, was some form of a small canine.
Brent Ortego, a biologist with Texas Parks and Wildlife, says a canine can include a coyote, dog, or even a fox. He says the animal most likely has mange, which has caused it to lose its hair. But as for a Chupacabra, well, he thinks otherwise.
It's never been proven to be a unique species. It was always something out there that allegedly either caused harm or threatened to cause harm to people or their livestock.
Chupacabra or not, right now this little guy is staying at the Stock household, living off a diet of cat food and corn, at least until someone can find out what it really is.
We never seen anything like that on our place before.
In Ratcliffe, I'm Janelle Bluda, KAVU News.
It's a mangy crossbreed dog.
I don't know. I
don't know.
I mean,
did you notice that it was eating with its hands?
The raccoons do that shit.
You know,
it's not.
It could be some sort of a raccoon.
It doesn't have mange.
No,
it doesn't have mange though.
I would have said it looks like a marsupial or a big rodent or something. You know, a big rodent or something like that. Yeah.
Well,
Apparently
I mean, it's
not. Apparently, there's something else going on in the chat or something. We clearly should be paying attention to how. Excuse me. Talking. Right.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, back at the topic.
I'm sorry, Crow. I'm sorry, buddy.
No, I'm done. That's okay. It's fine.
I could not pass that up.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
and it was the way it was sitting. It was sitting on its hind legs. It wasn't like sitting like a dog would sit on all fours.
Yeah.
Right. The tail, though, the way it was like balancing on its tail. I've never seen a raccoon kind of does something like that, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it's just a really interesting looking critter. But I mean, if you know the way it grasped its fingers through the wire,
yeah.
I mean that's really
cats.
I've never seen any.
Cats can
cats?
do that. I've seen cats do that, but I think it's like
does cats have like more digits?
Just a little cage, you know.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What am I missing?
Read the chat.
Right.
Anyway, so as usual, it's me and you try to carry the show while those guys get obsessed with the chat. So.
Shall I invite the spider on? There's a spider on over there. Maybe it wants to join in.
There we go.
Hello, little spider.
I don't know. No.
All right.
Well, I don't think that's the good evening, everyone. Hey, anyway, so so evidently something's working. We got 30 people watching us right now, so evidently we're doing something right.
So if it's not a raccoon,
anyway,
if it's
thank
not
y'all for
some
coming.
sort of
Thank y'all for coming. Love to have you on.
If it's not some sort of raccoon hybrid or crossbreed with something, I mean, the telltale sign is my first thought is okay. I'm looking at the hands. I'm looking at the paws. I should say, it's kind of resembles a raccoon. Now, I've actually heard a raccoon bark like that, or growl, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Okay,
I've heard that before. But
that guy said he's hunted coons and he's never heard one make that noise.
No, because he killed him before he fucking did that. Let him make a noise.
Maybe.
Picks them off.
Or is he just playing it up for the telly? There's always that.
I don't know.
If you look at the face,
I don't know.
It's got an elongated snout, so I don't know if it's a raccoon of any kind.
But it's something that's similar in that it uses its paws like hands to an extent. It has a tail or something similar to what a raccoon would have. The head is a little narrow for a raccoon. It's more like the head's like a rat-shaped head, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Almost,
like a rodent or something. Yeah.
Yeah. It just whatever it is, it's like a really unique.
Bourbon misses good stuff.
Anyway, but yeah, it's really unique. Well,
says it looks like a hairless dog.
Yeah, they keep saying it's some kind of dog, but
I don't think so. Not that
dogs don't have opposable fingers like that.
No,
they don't have opposable fingers,
and they don't eat with their hands.
I mean,
no,
they don't eat with your hands. No, they don't. But yeah, that's just a unique critter. You want to get another look at it? Think we'll play it again?
Yes.
All right. Let's take another look at it, guys. Here we go.
Deep in the backwoods of South Texas, you never know what might be lurking around the corner or in your tree.
And he saw this strange animal sitting up here eating corn.
In Ratcliffe, a small town in DeWitt County, residents are certain they found the mythical, despicable Chupacabra. And this time, it's alive. Jackie Stock says her husband caught the creature Sunday night.
He called me to come and look, and I said, Bubba, that looks like a baby Chupacabra.
With its hairless back, large claws, countless teeth, and ferocious growl, many would say this animal fits the bill.
I hunted coons, 20 years with dogs and all that, and I ain't never seen nothing look like that right there.
Parma says one of the big signs it's not a raccoon is its growl.
Coon don't make that noise, or a possum. What makes that noise? I guess Chupacabra does. I don't know.
Here in DeWitt County, most people are convinced this is the elusive Chupacabra. But what do wildlife experts have to say?
The animal in the cage, as best I can tell from the view, was some form of a small canine.
Brent Ortego, a biologist with Texas Parks and Wildlife, says a canine can include a coyote, dog, or even a fox. He says the animal most likely has mange, which has caused it to lose its hair. But as for a Chupacabra, well, he thinks otherwise.
It's never been proven to be a unique species. It was always something out there that allegedly either caused harm or threaten to cause harm to people or their livestock.
Chupacabra or not, right now this little guy is staying at the Stock household, living off a diet of cat food and corn, at least until someone can find out what it really is.
We never seen anything like that on our place before.
In Ratcliffe, I'm Janelle Bluda, KAVU News.
It's either a large rat or it's some folks down in the south that know what Nutra rats are.
I was going to say Nutria.
Yeah, Nutra rat or Nutria.
Yeah, but they've got big teeth, almost like a beaver does. Nutria. So
right.
But their legs are not
a very large rodent, Yeah.
Yeah. I think it has to be something that has to be either it's a genetic mutation from inbreeding of some kind, or it's crossbred with something else that has, a raccoon crossbred with something else that crossbred with something else, And so down the line, it picks up these traits like the opposable paws, the bark or growl, the tail, etc., other mannerisms. That's the only thing I can think of that makes any kind of sense. Is that
well? Yeah. Well, let's see. The good stuff says maybe a hairless dog. Mrs. Good Stuff says that's a kangaroo wolf. Not entirely sure that's a breed, but who knows. W.F. Patsy says that's some sort of marsupial. Woodrow says almost looks like a hairless coyote. I got stoned on me.
For a minute there, when that lady was describing, she saw something on that little perch there. I thought, well, maybe she misplaced her wig.
Yeah, she did have that was a hell of a wig. Yeah. Says might be an undiscovered animal. That's possible. He said Woodrow says coyote are marsupial-like animals in the USA. So
well, there you go.
I don't know. But yeah, it does seem to have a marsupial kind of like. There's a lot of characteristics that I would associate with marsupials. Of some sort. I know that there was a Tasmanian wolf that kind of looked like that. It's considered extinct. But it had stripes on it. But it looked a lot like
Tasmanian tiger. It's a Tasmanian tiger. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and the head structure of that creature does kind of look similar to.
Well, we know from the condor, the fact that there's condors flying around, that when they say something's extinct, they're full of shit. Most of the time, they're doing it for some kind of political, grandstanding. And so it could be something that's been declared, extinct, and i.e. erased from databases. That That,
it's
I mean,
always possible. It's always possible that it was an animal that was very low in numbers at one point and just start to thrive again as well. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, that's a possibility. Maybe something that's reintroduced back into the environment or something. But I know that there's been several quote unquote extinct species that have been declared extinct and are in the like history books as being extinct, and then people have like found them, elsewhere, like condors and things like that. So. Yeah, there's been condor spotted in Pennsylvania. So,
yeah.
But anyway, so we're talking about, basically. But our question for the night is if chupacabras do indeed exist. I think the cage has a pig-like nose. That's what it is. If it might be a hybrid, okay, that's a possibility. Except pigs have hooves. I was thinking maybe some kind of anteater, but it doesn't have the tongue for an anteater.
Right.
But I've seen armadillos that kind of have like fingers like that. So I think armadillos are a breed of marsupial. But possums have fingers kind of like that. But I've never seen one that size. I've seen some pretty large possums though. Franken creature from a lab, right? Exactly.
It's from Plum Island.
But anyway, there you go. But once again, we're stuck with there are things out there that aren't covered in our philosophy, Horatio. That no quality have pig noses, right? But yeah. Go ahead.
I think it's okay. Given the size of the creature, if you're going to use what was in that cage as the metric, or to figure out, they claim this was a small one. How the hell do they know that's a small one? How do they know it's a baby one or a puppy one? It's not.
I think that lady was probably huffing a lot of hairspray.
The Aquanet backlash.
I think that lady was definitely huffing some hairspray.
I would say
you don't get hair to stay up like that unless you're sucking down some Aquanet,
Yeah, exactly. Given the size of the creature, just based upon that, it's not to say it wouldn't attack a human being if it was cornered. A lot of docile, timid, small creatures will attack if they feel threatened. Now, they're not predators per se, but they would attack. So this could be, as I said, some sort of inbred type of animal that's crossbred with something else. Right. That's why it has the raccoon type of forepaws, things like that, a bark or whatever it is, growl, bark, what do you want to call it?
More like a rumble.
It's like a warning,
like a purr,
growl,
like a slow down purr or something.
But it's I'm kind of undecided on it, really, because there's never really been any definitive proof of any humans being physically harmed by quote unquote chupacabra. Now, I know there's people have been attacked by other things, and they've been attacked by frickin' mountain lions, frickin' coyotes, wolves, bears, all that shit. When you walk in their territory. But this chupacabra thing, or whatever this claiming to be in that cage is a chupacabra, there's not been any reported maulings or attacks on humans. Maybe a child, maybe a small toddler running around in the backyard or something, possibly that would happen. But again, there's no evidence of attacks on humans, in my opinion.
Well, I think that, when you look at some of the descriptions that are like the one that really made the really crazy descriptions with the spines and everything,
Yeah.
You know, that lady is basically looking at the movie Species and kind of like describing what she saw there. Oh snap, middle girl going at memories, right? Over 40 feeling foxy or something about a dingo man.
Yeah. If the chupacabra sucks a human, does that make it a vampire? Yeah, there you go. Or, could be a parkour.
I guess.
Rats will jump
Anyway,
at your face when cornered. I've seen Gavin Newsom do it.
Come on, he's got such lovely hair. Come on now.
Oh,
Yes. But does he leave a grease spot when doing that?
I love that. Oh my God.
That would have to be the chat comment of the night.
Yeah,
that's the chat comment of the night. Congratulations.
Well, I thought Mrs. Goodstuff's was the chat comment.
One was the
Mrs. Goodstuff's opening salvo was good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
This one, yes,
man.
This one is good. This one is good. This one's
all right.
good.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Wait. What kind of sucking are we talking about? Wait.
Anyway.
No, let's make it a parkour. All right, Mr. Good Stuff. Throwing the curveball.
Okay, all right. Last 10 minutes. We usually that's what we on this show. We basically try to come to some kind of conclusion. If you want to participate, right? If you want to participate, the poll is open in the rabbit hole chat.
No, you forgot that. Yeah. Go ahead.
What's that?
Go ahead. I was actually. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, you have to come over to the rabbit hole chat because there's not one in Wookiees chat. Just pointing that out. Maybe either way. But the poll is open right now in my chat. If you want to check out or you want to vote. But the question we're looking at is the Chupacabra dangerous? I'd say it's dangerous to humanity, to humans, or just dangerous in general. If they do indeed exist, do you think that they're dangerous? That's right. It took you a while to find it, didn't you? Yeah.
After further review, the play stands.
All right. Anyway, but go ahead and feel free to vote, and I'm going to poll the panel quick. All righty. Yes, that you said. All right. Spelled parkour Woodrow. Okay. For those who don't know, we're talking to Spring Hill Jack, and I mentioned that whoever was doing the Spring Hill Jack thing probably knew parkour. And unfortunately, Abby, who was like a couple like whiskeys down, decided that I said parkour. And so we pretty much wound up.
I said it sounded like you said parkour.
So.
Yes, exactly. And the world was set ablaze.
But that's where we got parkour from. Is from parkour, which is a sport.
Wait. Chupacabra.
And we can't seem to get bloody rid of it either.
How about parkour cabra?
All right.
Woodrow says a new show coming in prime time. Parkours. It will be the modern gladiators. I'll watch that.
Parkour. All right. Anyway, so that's where the lore comes from. But we like to have fun here on this channel. Well, I try to conduct a serious show. Everybody else is having fun with that.
That's the first
no big deal. No big deal. That's part of
everybody needs to go. Everybody needs to go to Bunny's chat and participate in the poll, please.
Yeah. But anyway, so let's go ahead and poll the panel. Abby, I'm pretty sure you're undecided, but go right ahead. Do you consider it?
Because it's just.
You're undecided. There we go. Abby's undecided. Surprise.
Because,
all right.
The iterations of this thing, it's got wings, it doesn't have wings, it's got spikes, it doesn't have spikes, it's got mange, it doesn't have mange. No one can, kind of put a finger as to what this thing actually looks like.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. But just so everybody knows, our categories are debunked, confirmed, in the middle, which means that it's basically it's a mix of myth and reality, and the last one is undecided. And so in this particular thing, debunked would be chupacabras don't exist, so that therefore they're not dangerous. Confirmed would be yes, they exist and they are dangerous. And in the middle would mean something exists that gets called chupacabras, and they may or may not be dangerous, but in some ways they're dangerous, in some ways they're not. And the undecided would be like, I really don't know. I don't know what's going on here. So let's go with cruel. We got an undecided. What's your take on it, my friend?
Honestly, no idea. I really don't know if they exist or not. You know.
Okay, undecided on your part. No problem.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, if we were to go with the idea that they were looking like Syl from bloody Species, then I would say, yeah, they could probably rip your face off. But since we're not, I would say they're undecided. That thing in the cage, yeah, maybe that would be pretty dangerous to a child, but otherwise,
Right. Paul, Poll, by the way. Poll. All right, Wookie, you can stay away from the chat for 2 seconds. What say you, my friend?
I'm undecided on the fact that nobody can pinpoint this damn thing. It's not definitive. Yeah. And then the video of what they have in that friggin' cage, I guarantee you it's going to run the frick away from you before it ever gets the balls to attack you.
Yeah,
probably. It's not going to, you know, well, I mean, like I said, unless it's cornered and it thinks it has no other way to go, then yeah, he might attack you. It might attack you to get the hell away from you. But like I said, I've not heard of any definitive evidence or reports or encounters where human beings were physically harmed by the actions of whatever the frickin' chupacabra is supposed to be. All kinds of other cryptids have, but this one, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen it.
They were also feeding it.
Yeah,
they were feeding it cat food and corn. Okay, let's feed it cat food and corn.
I think the catching that thing and the seeing that thing, I think that raises more questions than it answers.
Well,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about yourself?
Okay, sorry guys, my internet burped. So I'm back. Yeah. All right, let me check out the poll here right quick. As soon as it comes up. See what they say. I can't do it on the app, unfortunately, for some reason. But
well,
hold on a second. Should have had it pulled up. My fault.
That's all right. That's perfectly fine.
1 second.
Still interesting though. Still interesting. I don't think we have. I don't think there's any record of these kind of things over here. Like, you know, I haven't heard of anything such as the chupacabra in Scotland or the UK. So, who knows? Who knows?
Well, if it was in Scotland, it would have been eaten a long time ago, probably.
Yeah, we would have just deep fried that in butter and scoffed it down.
It would have been barbecued a long time ago. Well, I'm sorry, it's Scotland. You've been eating on a stick. You've been eating on a stick.
Over a flame.
That's also true. Also true, yes.
Hey, so get your. All right. It just be gossip. Right. Okay. No problem. All right. So we're gonna end this poll right quick. Much decided. So okay. Well, evidently, my new show, they run obstacle course triple ball. Oh, right. Okay. Well, the chat says that they are undecided, and so it looks like if you can take
What
that
about
comment
you?
down.
What about you, Bunny? Are you undecided also?
I'm pretty much decided on this one.
Wow.
I think there's a lot of cool stuff, but I'm not entirely sure what this is. So we're going to say yeah.
So that was everybody undecided, was it? Including all the chat?
Yeah.
Wow. I cannot hear any of you.
Sorry.
They're all gone silent.
Sorry, StreamYard's muted me randomly.
Yeah, I saw that. Lovely. Everything is undecided in this one. So.
Yeah, we're pretty much undecided. We've had a couple in a row where everybody's undecided.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a review of the shows sometime and like go back through. What our
tally them all up and see the amounts.
Well, maybe go through the first couple of shows where we didn't have the system and kind of like re-evaluate them in light of the system or something. Like those shows. Right. Well, next episode is gonna be the 13th. That's a little early to be doing a retrospective.
Oh yeah.
So alrighty. So are we ready to do the Montauk? Ready to talk about Montauk? Is that a conspiracy?
I don't even know what that is.
Time?
Montauk. Yeah.
Is that Plum Island?
Plum Island.
Yeah.
Plum Island. Or Montauk. Either.
Oh, Plum Island. Okay. Are these two
Either
different things or the same thing?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Heard of it, but
I think the Project Montauk was originated at Plum Island.
Plum Island. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. All right. All right. So we will next week. What would be the premise for the question for next week? I don't know enough about the subject yet.
I've never heard of it.
There basically was the facility used as, some sort of genetic experiment place.
Yeah.
Oh, one of those. Lovely.
Yeah.
And since it's just outside in international waters, outside of New York Harbor, they're able to get away with pretty much whatever they want.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the Montauk creature, monster, whatever you call it, that was made famous because it washed up on the beach.
Yes.
There's speculation that came from Plum Island.
Was that like
Plum
the
Island's
fish?
a pretty
Was
secure.
that the fish? Is that the fish thing?
No, it's not Well,
it
kind of looks like a skinned sloth to me, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one. Just send me the clips you want me to upload, and I'll let you take the lead on that one. So what should the premise question be? What's the premise question here? What's the question we need to ask, or we need to what myth do we need to like confirm or say is debunked, or
did they basically the Montauk monster, where did it originate from? Plum Island or not?
Well,
yes or no? I think it's kind of an interesting one. Did it originate from Plum Island? Because it washed up on the beach.
Okay.
Called it the Montauk monster. So.
All right.
what's going on?
Let me just let me think.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, let me think. Okay. How about, were there experiments on Plum Island? Would that work?
Yeah,
work.
All right. So next week, our question is going to be:
asparagus?
Were there experiments on Plum Island?
Asparagus?
And we're going to talk about the experiments.
Asparagus?
Arugula.
All right.
I'm not a big fan of asparagus.
All right. So,
guy,
okay.
you
Well,
don't
thank
know.
you all for
Asparagus?
coming. Thank you. We at our height, we had over 30 people watching, and right now tonight we decided that Chupacabra is just, there's too much fog in this the situation that we can't make a decision one way or another. So we've done decided. So next week we're going to talk about the Plum Island, the Montauk project. Were there experiments on Plum Island?
Yeah.
We're going to explore that next week. So be sure to come back here. Same Cryptid channel, same conspiracy time, and 7 o'clock Saturday night EST. Depending on your time zone, act accordingly.
Yep.
We'll keep Cruel up on Saturday nights for this occasion. So
pretty much forever at this point, yeah.
All right.
I need my sleep.
And
That's what coffee's for.
And just to make sure, people, please be humane and bring your heart parkour inside overnight.
Or the Chupacabra may get to your parkour.
Or not necessarily the opinions of the Rabbit Hole channel. But anyway,
other parkours are available.
Don't feed the parkours to the Chupacabra.
There are no parkours. No parkours.
They like corn and cat food.
Is that what you're telling me?
We need to get that in at least once, I think. Yeah.
Corn and cat food is tasty for parkours.
Good.
Okay. Well, thank you all for coming. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see ya. Love you.
Right,
Support your parkour.
Please like, share, and subscribe.